Hello everyone, I am Maestro, and today we're going to be doing some missile testing. So let me hop over into SCAM, and I'm going to set this to... So first, I'm going to actually make this smooth look. There we go. So y'all can see what I'm seeing. And we're going to test some missiles. So, I brought 4 AIM-9s, 4 ARSTs, and 4 AIM-9Es. So I brought 4 of each IR missile in the game, excluding the AIM-9 Plus, because that is currently unavailable on the FA-26B, which is exactly what I'm flying today. What we're going to be testing is not damage, not range, but maneuverability. Now, I have some predictions, and you might not agree with them. You might think I'm crazy, or I don't know what I'm talking about, but trust me, I've used these missiles a bit, but I've never actually really put them to the test. So my prediction is the AIM-9E. Sorry, I'll stop looking at the thing so I stop getting the shoot cue. My prediction is the AIM-9. Gosh, I did it again. The AIM-9E is going to be the most maneuverable missile, and you may think, what? Maestro, you're crazy. How could the AIM-9E be possibly better than the ARST or the AIM-9? Come on, it's a rear aspect missile. It's bore-sighted. How could that possibly be any better? Trust me, guys. I think it might be. Okay, and I'm about to prove it. If I'm right, then I was right with my prediction. But if I'm wrong, then I guess we've all learned something, or at least I did. So my prediction is the AIM-9E is going to be the most maneuverable. So how am I going to do this test? Well, I've locked up a KC-49, which is a nice slow target, which allows me to maneuver my aircraft into certain positions, which make it difficult for these missiles to maneuver. So on the far right wing, I have my AIM-9, my normal AIM-9s. There are 4 of them on the right wing. On the far left wing of my ARSTs, there are 4 of them on the left wing, and pretty much in the middle are my 4 AIM-9Es. Actually, if I just pull up the equip page, you can see this is the layout. Alright. So anyway, let's go ahead and let's do some testing. So how I'm going to do this test is, you see I've got this guy locked up. This is the KC-49 tanker, sorry. And I'm going to maneuver my aircraft so that it is at the very, very gimbal limit of not the seeker head, but the radar. And I'm going to fire at this guy from minimum. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna fire at this guy at R-min, and we're gonna see if it connects. But before I begin, I'm gonna quick save. Almost forgot to do that. That's very important to do. All right, right at the gimbal limit at R-min. We got to get a little closer. Alright. Okay, so let's do this actually, because he's turning away, so I got to turn into him. Or maybe I'm just too slow. Not sure yet. Here. Shoot. Okay, there we go. We're at R-min essentially, and right at the gimbal limit. Fox 2 R-min. Now we're gonna see if it connects, and it does. Okay, good. So it connected. Awesome. I expected that, honestly. I expected that. That was the AIM-9. Here's the ARST. Alright, so we're at R-min. I'm going to move to the gimbal limits of the radar. And R-min. There we go. She's turning, and it connects. Awesome. Now we're going to switch to the AIM-9E. Here we go. Some missile testing. Locked him up. And keep that seeker on him. Again, this is not a head-tracked missile. This is bore-sighted. So I have to be very careful as to not lose lock, because if I do, then I have to maneuver my aircraft back onto him so I can fire. Okay, we're at R-min. Gimbal limits. And fire. And she connects, and that plane's going down. Okay, good. Let's go ahead and reload our save. And bada bing, bada boom, we're already here. Fantastic, right? Pretty cool. Okay, now let's get even closer. So now, I'm going to put that chevron, shut up. There we go. I'm going to put the chevron, as you can see. Hopefully you guys can see. The chevron between our min and that little line, just underneath the our min mark. I don't know if you guys can see it. There's a little line. I'm going to put the chevron between our min and that line. So, let's do it. Or maybe that bottom line is Armin. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure that's, I don't know what that is, actually. Alright. Aim 9, gimbal limit, and Fox 2. Okay. Successful hit. Let's slow down, because we're going to overshoot. Switch to Ares T. Now, one thing to note, with the Ares T versus the standard Aim 9, the Ares T has a much larger gimbal limit. Alright, so we're a little too close, so we need to back off. Too close. Now I'm confident this missile will hit, but I have to do the test the same way for every missile. Alright. Fox 2. And wow, it pulled in a hit. Okay. Now let's go Aim 9E. Alright, so far every missile's passed the test. The Ares T looked like it barely made it. I'm not sure though. Okay, sorry. Scratching my nose. I'm gonna pull up. Ah, shoot. I let go of the trigger by accident. Forgot this is not a head track missile. Alright, let's get closer. Remember chevron between the Armin and that bottom line. I'm really starting to think that bottom line really is Armin, but I'm not completely sure. Okay. Come on, come on. Gotta bring it in, bring it in. And Fox 2, that's a good shot. And a hit. The hit was good, alright. Next, just a second. Okay, so far, every single missile's passed the test with flying colors. So now, we're gonna do it even closer.
Alpha 1-1 over.
Ah, gosh dang it. Alright, guess I gotta do that every time now. So now the next test is the bottom line. The bottom line on the... by the way, if you don't know what I'm talking about, on the bottom right, where I'm looking right now, bottom right here, there's a little line that appears. You see, next to that little box thing, that bottom line, I really don't know what that is. Is that Armin? I thought the bottom of the rectangle was Armin. I guess not. Alright, anyway. So now we're gonna make sure that chevron is either very close or right on top of that little bottom line. I'm just, for the sake of it, I'm gonna call that Armin, alright? So that bottom little line is now Armin. I'm gonna make sure that chevron is right on top of it. We gotta get a little closer, and Fox 2. Oh! Okay. Not sure if I did that quite right. Hold on. So let's reposition ourselves. This is why I brought multiple missiles in case a mishap like that happens. Okay, so let's try this here. Here we go. This is a better shot. Fox 2. Does it make it? No! It looked like it went through it! Did its prox fuse not start yet? I'm not sure. Let's try that one more time just to double make sure, alright? Let's just double make sure that that wasn't a fluke. Because I swear that missile went right through that thing. And this is a big old target, so there's no reason why it should have missed. Alright, let's get a little closer. Make sure it's right on Armin. Right at the gimbal limit. And Fox 2. Yeah, it looked like it went right in front of it. I think I might be over... I think I'm going past the gimbal limit, actually. Let's make sure I don't. Make sure that the whole time I have a radar lock, just so I know for sure. Yeah. Box 2. Okay, that hit. But it was just above Armin, so it's hard to tell for sure. Alright, here we got the RST. Here we go. We're at Armin right now. Just got to get into gimbal. And Armin Fox 2. And a complete miss. A complete miss from the RST. So the AIM-9 so far is in the lead. The AIM-9 beats the RST in terms of maneuverability. Alright. Let's switch to the AIM-9E. Let's get back on to this guy. Oh. There we go. I locked on something else over there by accident. Okay. Let's get closer. Let's reach the gimbal limits. Got to get to Armin. Not quite there yet. Not quite there yet. Almost. Don't overshoot. Come on. We're very close. We're very close. Armin almost. Box 2. Wow. That AIM-9 pulled in. That AIM-9 pulled in hard. Alright. Let's try again. Let's try again. Let's make sure that the chevron is absolutely either on, or I'm going to even try and force it to be underneath, if that's even possible. Underneath the Armin line. Let's see it. Let's see if I can do it. Maybe I have to be... No, I have to be closer. That's right. So, the closer I am, the lower it gets. Okay. Yeah, for some reason I was thinking the other way around. So I gotta be closer. My bad. There it is. You guys can see on the HUD, bottom right corner. Let's see it. 3. That's not quite. Let's get closer. I'm really pushing it here. 3, 2, and gimbal limit. Now. Oh! Looks like it went just a hair underneath, or it went in front, but it did not connect. Alright. Let's see here. We got a lock. Okay, we're at Armin, like we're right on it. Yep, there it is, Fox 2. Ooh, went right under. Right underneath. So my guess is because the engine is underneath the wing. So it's going beneath the plane because it can't quite pull in to get the engine. And the engine is underneath the aircraft, so it ends up going completely under. You see where the circle is on the HUD. It's looking at that engine. Well, just next to it, I guess. So that can definitely be a factor as to why it's not quite connecting. Here we go. Box 2. Yeah. It's just not quite enough. Let's try again with the RST. Let's try again with this thing. And then we're going to try one more time with the AIM-9. I'm going to have to restart or do checkpoint because I'm out of AIM-9s currently. Let's try again. 3, 2, 1. Ah, yeah, you see that? You see that? The RST doesn't pull until like a hair second later after it's fired. So from what I've seen, the AIM-9 and the AIM-9E pull immediately off the rail. Immediately, especially the AIM-9 in my opinion, immediately off the rail, it starts pulling very hard. So, yeah. Let's try again. RST, just, kind of prove it, I guess. I don't know. I don't know really what I'm proving. You guys already saw it. And box 2. And yeah, it's just not even close. If I do it again, yeah, it's not gonna make it. Alright, let's try the AIM-9 one more time. Alright, before anything, I'm gonna turn that off. Get a lock on this guy. Let's switch to AIM-9. We were already there. Perfect. Let's go. You can still hear Overlord just barely, even though I practically muted. Pretty sure, right? Yeah, that's as far down as it goes. All right. Let's see it, guys. Let's see it. Gonna get right up next to it. Make sure the chevron is right on that line. And make sure that I am proper gimbal with the radar, you know what I mean? This is the standard aim 9. Okay. Slow down, 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 slow down. Okay, good. We're almost there. We're pretty much there. Chevron on the line at the gimbal. Fox 3. Fox 2. Okay. Wow, would you look at that? So, it looks like the aim 9 struggles a very similar way as the aim 9E struggles. This is like a super duper stress test that we're doing with these missiles, by the way. This is never something you would practically do. Okay. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Box 2. And no connection. Let's try aim 9E one more time. Let's try it again. It looks... Okay, I could be biased here, guys. I could be biased. You can make your own judgment. But it looks like the aim 9E is just a little... It looks like it's a little closer to hitting than the aim 9. Make your own judgments. I could be totally wrong. Why am I not locking? There we go. Thank you. I could be wrong. Guys, I could be totally wrong. But... I don't know. It just looks to me like the aim 9E wants to connect just a little more. And yeah, it's just right there. Let's try aim 9 again. Let's try aim 9. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh no. They're both pretty darn close. I gotta admit, they're very, very close. Dare I say, the aim 9, like the standard aim 9 compared to the aim 9E, dare I say have near identical maneuverability, actually. I think they're very close. They might even be the same. Okay, one last thing. Alright, one last thing. So before, I don't know if I've stated this already, the aim 9E obviously is bore-sighted, as you can see. This giant circle you're looking at is the radar. If I turn that off, the seeker for the radar goes away. That spinning circle in the HUD is the radar, is the heat seeker. Right, if I put this aircraft in it, then, and while I'm squeezing the trigger, then it uncages. If I let go of the trigger, then it recages to bore sight. Here's the aim 9, and here's the ARIS-T. So the differences between these three missiles, the ARIS-T has a much more sensitive seeker head, so it's able to look for missiles. Even missiles that are not burning, you can still see them, I'm pretty sure. The gimbal limit on the ARIS-T is, I believe, the best out of any missile. It is greater than 90 degrees in either direction. I think it's about 95 to 100 degrees left and right, so that's pretty good. ARIS-T has the best gimbal limit out of any missile in the game. The aim 9 is not as sensitive as the ARIS-T, so it cannot intercept missiles. Its seeker head gimbal limit isn't as wide. I'd put it around 75 degrees in either direction. It's an all-aspect. By the way, ARIS-T is an all-aspect missile. It can be fired no matter what aspect you're shooting at the enemy. So right here is rear aspect, but if I were facing him from the front, it would still be able to track. Same goes for the aim 9. The aim 9E is a rear aspect missile, which means I can only fire at targets that I'm looking at the back of. So like, for example, this aircraft, I'm looking at the back of it, so this is rear aspect, my seeker can see it, but if I were facing the front or the side, it would not be able to see it. So in terms of what is the best seeker head, ARIS-T has the best seeker head, aim 9 has the best maneuverability. So basically the aim 9 is the best overall missile. It has an uncaged head track seeker, it's all aspect but cannot intercept missiles. The ARIS-T doesn't have the best maneuverability, but it can intercept missiles, and the aim 9E has some of the best maneuverability. but it cannot intercept missiles. It's not all aspect, and it has a cage seeker. But there's one less thing. So if you knew all of that, right? If you knew all that, it's like, yes, we know about the AIM-9, the ARIS-T, and AIM-9E. We know all about that. There might be something you do not know, and you might be surprised to find. Okay, so let me... Well, actually, I don't even think I hit this plane yet, so there's no damage done to it. There's one thing that I don't think everybody knows. So here's the AIM-9 that we all know and love. Now I want you guys to pay attention to the smoke, alright? Pay attention to the smoke the AIM-9 produces, alright? Watch, ready? 3, 2, 1, Fox 2. There's the smoke, you guys see the smoke? Okay? Pay attention. That's the AIM-9, here's the ARIS-T. Look for smoke. There's the smoke. Right? Alright, here's the AIM-9E. Ready? Watch this. Now, if you caught it, you notice the AIM-9E actually produces less. It produces less smoke. Here's the ARIS-T. There's the smoke. Alright? Here's the AIM-9E. Here's the smoke. Side-by-side comparison, basically. So, it's not smokeless, but it produces less smoke. It's very much less. I'd say it produces half the amount of smoke that the other two iron missiles use. So the AIM-9E is, in a way, stealthier. It's stealthier because of two reasons. You're forced to use a rear aspect, and pilots look in front of them more than they look behind them, right? So you're not always going to be expecting missiles coming from behind you, and even if you did, the AIM-9E is not as easy to see due to its lower smoke profile. So, very cool, right? I think that's pretty cool. Anyway, that concludes the maneuverability test for the AIM-9s. Probably in the next test I'm going to test speed and burn time. So, we'll check that out. Anyway, thanks guys for watching, and I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.